Right then, it's a quick walk around video. I'm afraid it's a bit of a windy day. It's just picked up and it's a lovely car though. It's a Honda Civic 1.5 turbo and it's the Prestige model. Finished in this lovely gunmetal grey, full black leather interior. This car's covered 60,000 miles, comes with a full service history and it's a really lovely car. My personal opinion is this is the best looking car in its class by a country mile. It's just so much more dynamic than anything else, but that's a personal preference. Front of the car, mean, sinister looking, lights and lenses clear and intact. There's no cracks or condensation. Bonnet, very, very clean indeed. Can't see any obvious stone chips. Near side of the car, really smooth in the panel work. No obvious indentations that jump out at me at all. Looks really good on black alloys, this car as well. Around the back, again, very clean and tidy. Right, to the upper side of the car, driver's side. Lovely and smooth down there again, absolutely crisp. Lovely looking car, this one. It is in very, very nice condition as well. Let's come to the back of the car, really big boot on the car. Load liner fitted, which is nice to see. Obviously that protects the carpeted areas underneath. Coming to the back now, this is where kids sit and can be quite heavily used. Yeah, this one's been kept very, very nicely. In front of the passenger side, again, all very clean. Passenger seat again in super condition. Finally, driver's door card, again, really clean and tidy. Footwell area is really nice. Full set of original Honda mats and driver's seat again in lovely condition. Being a Prestige model, you get the nice big glass roof up there as well. So inside the car now, engine's running as always, the dash is illuminated. Absolutely stunning interior. Sat nav, as you can see, working exactly as it should. And pop the car into reverse, you've got that lovely rear parking camera which complements the front and rear parking sensors. Coming right down, charging bay, just a lovely interior. Come to the dash binnacle, hopefully you can see 60,664 miles. And the only light on is for low fuel. There are no warning lights on this car at all. Right then, this is a quick road test video. And this is for a Honda Civic. And it's a 1.5 turbo Prestige model. The car's registered AU67YMW. And mileage at the start of the road test is 60,664 miles. The reason for all of our videos, and as I always say, especially this part, the road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of the cars we're selling, they get to see that very car actually in operation. Unfortunately, like lots and lots of people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or description, but only to get there and find out that there's an obvious fault that shows up, which can be hugely frustrating. So that's why we do it. I'm actually going in the opposite direction to where we normally go, so the road test route is going the other way. It's just that this time of year with the low sun, it'll be absolutely glaring into the video screen. So opposite direction today. So coming to the car, obviously it's been very, very well maintained. And it shows it. I mean, the car literally drives like new, and I hate saying that because it's such a cliche, but it really does. Push button start, engine starts instantly and settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge is running as a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be. It's a lovely engine, 180 odd horsepower, pulls from low down with real vigour, but keeps revving through as well, unlike some turbos where they get strangled and just don't want to rev anymore. This one has a broad spread of power. When you put your foot down, you've got a very muted but nice kind of induction noise comes from the car. It's very quiet and very, very refined, this vehicle, I have to say. Engine feeds through into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch in the car bites exactly as it should. Gearbox, 6-speed manual gearbox, typical Honda box, absolutely brilliant. It's short and shift, it's precise, it's accurate, it feels engineered, unlike some sort of light, vague wafty gear changes you get in lots of cars. This is one that's aimed at the enthusiast as much as the day-to-day user of the car, and it feels exactly as it would have done when it's new, by the way. Then coming on to the steering and the chassis, and this is one of the great chassis, and it really is. If you just want to buy this car purely to get you and your family from A to B comfortably, it does it brilliantly. It's very comfortable. The ride is polished, is the best expression. It's just so well damped. It just feels from a couple of classes above, and the way it rides is beautifully done. The steering is meaty, it's got weight, it's got precision. It feels, again, almost like an oiliness to the, as you turn in. It makes the car feel very substantial. But for those who enjoy their driving, and I very much count myself on that, it manages to do all of that, be comfortable, yet still give a really wonderfully resolved handling and flow to the vehicle. And it starts with the steering, which, as I said, is beautifully weighted, but it's also pinpoint accurate. The whole car just feels you flow through corners. It never feels ruffled in any way. It corners flat unless you're sort of really leaning on the car extraordinarily hard. But when you do go through the corners, it really does reward. It is a fantastic car, it really is. There's incidentally absolutely no clonks, rattles, anything from underneath the vehicle. It shouldn't be there. It just all feels tight as a drum. Steering, track's absolutely dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. And the brakes on the car are utterly superb. They're powerful, they're fade free, there's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal at all, so all in very good order. And then we come inside, as you expect of any Honda car, beautifully put together, no squeaks, no rattles. You've got a dashboard that's actually pretty easy to navigate its way around compared to most modern cars. Sat-nav, which is Garmin based, most people have used them over the years, and easy to use. You've got separate climate control buttons, which you can do sort of shortcuts like just your temperatures and things. But if you press the climate button here, you get the screen come up. It's a little shortcut button, and it's really good. It's just little bits of sort of detailing, which kind of helps in the day-to-day of driving. All of the switchgear has that sort of very high quality feel to it as well. It feels, if you twist anything, press anything, it's just got that sort of lovely damped sensation to all of its controls. The air conditioning, by the way, pumps out absolutely ice cold air. There's and it is dual zone, so you can have different temperatures side to side if you really want to as well. Heated seats, front and rear on these cars, again all checked and working. And then dash binnacle in front. It's actually relatively simple by modern standards. I still old school. I prefer the old school dials, but it works very well. Digital display in the middle. It's easy to take the information in, and it's nicely laid out. Then you've got this leather-bound steering wheel, auto cruise control. So you've got a radar which controls your distance in front. It's a wonderful car. As I said at the point of the video, brief as it is just to show the car operating, but I can't fault it. It drives absolutely beautifully.